What if I told you we could use cutting-edge AI to reach back in time and actually resurrect the ghosts of a long-lost empire? Well, that's not science fiction anymore. That's exactly what we're looking at today. How new technology is breathing life back into the forgotten kingdom of Kush, a true powerhouse of the ancient world. I mean, that's the ultimate question, right? When a civilization's incredible buildings have crumbled to dust and its stories are just whispers on the wind, how do you possibly see it again? How do you make the ghosts of the past walk and talk and feel real? Well, the answer starts right here, in the harsh, beautiful landscape of the Nubian desert. This was the home of a civilization that once went toe-to-toe with ancient Egypt, but has since been almost completely swallowed by the sands, the mighty kingdom of Kush. And let's be clear, this was a superpower in every sense of the word. For over 1,000 years, Kush totally dominated this part of Africa. They controlled crucial trade routes, they had these powerful armies, and they even ruled Egypt for a time as the 25th dynasty of pharaohs. We're talking about a civilization of immense wealth and a really unique culture that's just been erased by time. So, if Kush was such a big deal, why don't we know more about it? That question. That leads us to the great big puzzle that's been frustrating historians and archaeologists for centuries. The challenges are just immense. You see, the scorched Nubian sands aren't just a tough place to work, they're like a vault that has both preserved and destroyed the evidence at the same time. So what we're left with are fragments, little pieces of broken pottery, the foundations of a temple, maybe part of an inscription. It's a history that's come down to us in tiny little pieces buried under thousands of years of sand and neglect. You know, archaeologists have been painstakingly collecting these puzzle pieces for decades. But here's the thing. Having the pieces isn't the same as seeing the picture on the box. How do you connect a tiny fragment of a wall to a grand palace, or a piece of a statue to a massive avenue? The data is there, but the world it came from, that has been totally invisible. Until now. And this is where our story takes a huge turn. From the ancient world straight to the digital frontier. A new tool is changing the game. You could almost call it an AI time machine. One that can finally bridge that impossible gap between all those broken fragments and a complete, living world. The key here is something called AI synthesis. Now, this isn't about an AI just randomly imagining a city. No way. It's about feeding it every single known piece of data we have. Archaeological surveys, artistic styles, geographical info, you name it. And then we task it with generating the most logical, coherent visual reconstruction of what could have been. This is digital archaeology, and it's happening right now. Just think about the leap we're taking here. For generations, trying to visualize the past meant educated guesswork and maybe some 2D sketches, all limited by an artist's personal imagination. Now we have data-driven synthesis creating these insane, immersive 3D renderings, all powered by an AI that can process way more information than any single person ever could. And the process itself is actually pretty elegant. Step 1, you feed the machine all those puzzle pieces. Step 2, the AI gets to work, identifying patterns, filling in the gaps based on known architectural rules, and synthesizes a complete structural model. And then the final step, the magic, it renders those models into these breathtaking, lifelike landscapes. And now, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Let's actually see what this AI has brought back from the dead. We're about to walk through the spectral grandeur of Meroë, the capital city of Kush, as it might have actually looked in its prime. Okay, look at this. The AI renders what the source material calls obsidian citadels, these towering, dark fortresses that just dominate the sky. These weren't just buildings, they were statements. They were declarations of power, carved from the dark rock of the region to loom over the landscape and project the sheer strength of the Kushite rulers. And here, the AI brings to life these incredible avenues lined with colossal, ram-headed sphinxes. The ram, you see, was a sacred animal representing the god Amun, who was a huge deal in Kushite religion. So these statues weren't just decoration. They created this physical link between the world of humans and the world of the gods, guiding people through a truly secret landscape. So what we're really seeing is more than just architecture. The project's creators call it the spiritual technology of a kingdom. And think about that for a second. Every temple, every statue, every pyramid was engineered not just to stay standing, but to channel belief, to organize society, and to cement the king's divine right to rule. It was technology in the service of faith and power. These images are just stunning, there's no question. But the real impact of this project goes so much deeper than just making beautiful pictures. It's about reclaiming a history that was almost completely lost. So, why does all of this truly matter? This right here is the real payoff. By being able to actually see Kush, we reclaim a buried history not just for modern Sudan, but for the entire world. We restore what's called lost architectural sovereignty, which basically means giving a culture back its unique architectural genius, allowing it to finally be seen and respected. We are making a forgotten heritage feel real and accessible for a whole new generation. This single idea, it's the soul of the entire project. It's an act of digital excavation. It's about pulling a civilization's memory out from under the crushing weight of sand and time, and holding it up for the world to finally see again. And that leaves us with this final, amazing thought. The kingdom of Kush is just one ghost we've managed to bring back into the light. With this incredible new tool, what other forgotten cultures, what other lost cities, what other buried histories are we going to resurrect next? It seems the past has a very, very bright future.